Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode. Oh, my bad. I tangled up. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining us for an episode of the Courtside View. I'm your host, Chris Robinson, along with my good friend Key. We're here to discuss everything that's going on in the NBA world tonight. Key, how are you doing?
I'm good on this rainy Friday here in Pennsylvania. I had some flickering going on earlier. I was like, oh boy. But it's good though. It's good. We good. We up and running. We good.
Sound like me last week. It was bad down here in Texas. So hopefully next week everybody's good. No bad weather.
But we should be good. Coach Dante is supposed to join us tonight, but he is under the weather, so he'll be back up and running hopefully soon. I know he's been dealing with cold or whatnot, but you know how some colds just linger too long, and you know um Khan is off
Oof.
today. He had to get some award down where he's at, so they're honoring him. So always shout out to Khan, but he'll be back next week for all the shenanigans because he still caught us last week with that dead remark, which still has me cracking up. And cool, he'll be on later on as well. So you never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to pop in today. Hopefully, no blasphemous, but yeah. So
I can't promise you nothing on the blasphemy. You know how we do.
it is definitely going to be clip worthy if it's blasphemous.
You know what? I think I'm gonna hold off on one topic until cool. All right. Well, okay, let's go ahead and get things started over some news. Well, not news, just some actions that happened this week in the NBA world. Uh, the craziest trade happened, earlier this week, or not this week, earlier this year. Luka and AD. Luka went to the Lakers. AD went to the Mavs. Luka got to go back to Dallas this week, which he is still beloved in that city. He still loves the city. He said some comments about he's getting to be in his own bed, which is crazy. I guess he doesn't feel LA is his home just yet. So, but Key, let me get your thoughts on Luka's return. Had a big game, had a big win. Let's hear your thoughts on it.
A player has an impact on a franchise in a city when they leave and come back. You get a tribute video. Not too many stars will get that coming back into the town where they pretty much got drafted and pretty much beloved, became a part of that city. Luca took them to the finals. Unfortunately, they came up short, but Luka Doncic is the Dallas Mavericks franchise, and Mark Cuban said it best. He was like, "Man, I would never trade him. I'll do whatever." Mark Cuban, don't you think you wish it now? You shouldn't have sold them shares, did you? You would still been owner, making decisions, but you relinquished that title. But we all knew Dallas was going to show Luka love. Tribute video was enough. You saw him getting emotional on the bench. And what did he do? Doggone it, 45 points he dropped on their heads. So the
Whew,
commercial
went
was even
off.
better. The commercial was even better. He had Trader on the towel with the Gatorade. So I thought that was fire. But you already know Luka was gonna come in and show out, and the crowd wasn't gonna boo him. The AD situation, it just sucked because he got there and then he got hurt, and then he just now coming back not too long ago. So apparently he dapped up everybody but LeBron at the end. I don't know what that was about, but it is what it is. But Dallas showed Luka some
Oh, I
love,
didn't know that
definitely.
one.
Yeah. At the end, like I said, like he shook everybody's hand on the Lakers bench, like at the end of the game, but LeBron's.
Wow, that's crazy.
They did their handshake in the beginning of the game. They get loose and ready for the tip up.
Yeah, I
The
didn't
tip.
know. I saw that. I didn't know anything
They
happened at
did
the end.
that, but it
Huh.
said at the end he didn't shake his hand. So I don't know. Maybe he said, "Well, I got him in the beginning." I don't know, but he did.
Wow. Um. Well, I'm from Texas, so I hear quite a bit that Luca is still missed. Uh, Nico better sleep with both eyes open. Uh, yeah, it's not been a good time for him. And then of course Luka comes in, puts on a great show. Like you said, 40 plus. I mean, it was good to see him do it. Um, now Dallas, I know we'll talk about a little bit later on, play in spots and everything. I don't think we'll see. Hopefully, we don't get to see anything in the playoff. I mean, not hopefully, but I don't think we'll see anything in the playoffs between those two teams because Mavs will probably be out pretty soon. But um, it was good to see the love that Lucas still has in Dallas. He did a lot for the city. He got him to the finals just last year, got him to the Western Conference Finals, and I said it on the show several times. Luka never had to win a championship to be loved in Dallas. He was just going to be loved, and he pretty much he over delivered what was expected of him just by getting to the finals. Him and Kyrie. Um, it is kind of unfortunate for AD. He won't. He already came in with like a little hate just because of his reputation of being fragile. His first game, he ends up getting hurt. It's a lot of pressure on him. They got to bring a championship within the next couple of years. Luka just gets to live his life, and I think if Nico gets out of there, I would not be surprised just based on like the emotion that Luca had if he gets to if he ends up wrapping up his career in Dallas. Just does what he does in LA. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a Laker for a while, but if he
Yeah.
his career in Dallas just to hey, this is what brought me here. Y'all made me feel like family. I'm happy. I'm gonna settle here. Uh, Another thing that was kind of good about it is his teammate. You know, LeBron could definitely relate to going back to your home team after a big move. Although LeBron's was completely different than Luca's, so there was nobody who was mad at Luca, which made it more enjoyable for that experience. But overall, it was a good time, good game for Luca. Happy to see it.
We found out we matching today. You was in my closet. You
What you
got the
got?
San Antonio shirt. I got Mr. Duncan. Let me find out.
Well, I just became a Spurs fan this year, and
I know because of Chris Paul.
because of Chris Paul. But you know what? I'll be talking about the Spurs a little bit later when we talk about our picks for deep defensive player of the year. Um, let's move on though. So we have found out recently that in this year's NBA Hall of Fame, Carmelo Anthony's going to go in. Dwight Howard goes in. The Redeem team goes in. So, what are your thoughts on this Hall of Fame class? Oh, I
Melo
forgot to
well
mention Maya
deserved.
Moore too. I'm sorry.
Maya
Shout
Morris,
out
who
to Maya Moore.
Bird goes in. Billy Donovan from the Florida team, and I forget who else. But Melo definitely first ballot, well deserved. Melo was a scorer. You know, Denver days. And I don't know. I guess in my eyes, I think Denver probably was the best time the best run he had with a team, and then he went to New York. Um, but he was Melo was a bucket. And as you saw, he got older. He started going to different teams, and things didn't work right. Then he went to the Lakers, and they became the old folks' home. And then he had a spurt. He had a spurt with the Thunder, and he was in the Clippers. I think he was in Houston too. It was
Yeah, he was in
but no.
Houston.
But Melo was definitely supposed to get in first ballot, so I'm not mad with that. Dwight Howard still think he should have been part of that 75 anniversary team. Dwight Howard was a defensive monster for half a decade, um, especially with the Orlando team. In my opinion, I loved him when he was with the Sixers. He came off the bench, showed that energy, still had that dog in him, still can get rebounds. The Lakers too. He got a championship with the Lakers in a similar role. So Dwight definitely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. I know a lot of people talk smack about Dwight, but Dwight, again, defensive player of the year for half a decade in top defense. So you can't be mad at Dwight. Maya Moore definitely retired at 29 because she had another calling to go and be mission and helping people. That's how she met her husband today. But she's a four-time WNBA champion, two-time MVP Finals champion, MVP the regular season, seven-time All Star. So definitely she belongs in there. Sue Bird, another one, four-time All Star. Sue Bird is the GOAT of assists. I think she all time she leads in assists
She is.
WNBA.
That's my favorite WNBA player. I
Um,
was gonna give her own announcement later.
uh, you another Husky. So she's a part of that Gino Uriama coaching tree. So she was a dog in college. She was a dog in Seattle. Stayed with Seattle the whole time. So she was like a LeBron James, not LeBron. She was like a Kobe.
Or a Duncan.
Staying with the same team for the whole time. So shout out to Sue Bird and Maya Moore and everybody else who got nominated in the Hall of Fame. This class ain't bad in my opinion.
No, I love this class. Some people are kind of upset, like Melo shouldn't make it. And I think
In
one
what
thing that
world?
people don't realize with the NBA, or not with the NBA, but with the Basketball Hall of Fame, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's your whole basketball career. It's, you know, it's high school through whatever you do. So, Melo, he won
Right.
the title at Syracuse. That's good. His Olympics, just what he did in the Olympics, all that factors into his Hall of Fame selection. So I think even if he doesn't get in from the NBA career, his Olympics, brings it. He gets in for that alone. But like you said, just a walking bucket. You know, mid range was. Did he miss any mid range shots in his career? No, I know
No,
he did.
he was
But
he was a scorer.
one of the yes, loved him in Denver. Just a side note: have you seen the thing of who gets the jersey retired? Melo or
Yeah.
Jokic?
I, I mean,
Yeah,
I know
unfortunately,
they
Melo
both
lost
are
that battle.
15, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to do both. You
You think so?
both jerseys are going to get retired.
You gonna retire two 15s?
Yep. Nobody can't wear 15 ever again.
Yeah, but you can't retire both. It's got to be Jokic, unfortunately. I
I
love
guarantee
Melo,
I guarantee you
but Jokic has a title.
they're going. I bet you they do both. Somehow, some way, they're going to do both.
We'll have to see on that one.
And just
I don't know how
remember
long.
the date 11 to 4/11 2025. Oh snap! They did both. He was right.
We know Jokic got a little bit more time before we got to worry about hanging up his. But I mean, I love Melo in New York. I hate it didn't really work out where he could get a deep run with them.
19 seasons is a long time.
It really is. I want to talk about his later runs, like his Rockets and Clipper and Lakers runs. Nah, we ain't gonna throw all that out there.
I forgot he was with the
Um,
Blazers. Jeez.
yeah,
That was in the later end of his career. The
yeah.
Denver and the New York, then OKC, Houston, and then all that other stuff. Yeah. 10-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA second team, 4-time All-NBA third team. He was a scoring champion in 2013, All-Rookie. He's part of the 75 anniversary team. He won with Syracuse, Final Four outstanding player. What can you? 2-time basketball male athlete of the year, all of a McDonald's All American. What can't you not like about Carmelo Anthony? Man? Oh, definitely
People just
deserves it.
gonna hate. Dwight Howard, like you said, what does he have? 4 defensive players of the year, and those were consecutive. He was just unstoppable. Well, he would only stop people. I mean, great rim protector. Beat LeBron in the conference finals. He stopped the matchup everybody wanted of LeBron and Kobe. by himself. Nobody was on that Magic team but Dwight Howard. I mean, it's amazing. Um, had his time in Houston. Him and Harden didn't really work out, but he was still exciting to watch in Houston.
Slam dunk champion. That was good times.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Three time
Superman
defensive player
dunk.
of
Do
the
you
year.
remember that dunk contest?
Yeah, yeah. That dunk contest was fun.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah, that was great. I love seeing him do that slam dunk competition. I think he should. How many times did he win it? One or twice?
He just won it once.
Yeah, I think the next time Nate Robinson won, who shouldn't have won it, but you know, is what it is.
NBA champion. He was 8-time All Star, 5-time All NBA first team. He was a second NBA second team, 2-time NBA third team, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year from 2020 to 2009 to 2011. So consecutively. Yeah, he was a rookie of the year, 5-time rebounding leader, 2-time blocks leader. Dwight Howard was a defensive monster for like half a decade. He deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, and he deserved to be that top 75 too.
Oh
There's
yeah, hands
somebody in
down.
that 75 you can take out and put Dwight in, but we're not going to do that today.
Much as I love him, Dame Lillard should not have been top 75.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean Dame is
I see why
great,
Westbrook got
but
it though. I see why Westbrook, because at that time he was triple double machine.
oh no, I'm not arguing Westbrook at
Yeah,
all. Westbrook definitely should have been there. I'm not a Westbrook, I'm not like a big supporter of him or anything, but yeah, of course. I mean, Sue Bird, like I said, she is my all-time favorite WNBA player. She was a true point guard. And that's what I love. That's why I'm a Chris Paul fan. It's just that true point guard,
she was the point
I'm gonna
guard.
get my points. Say it again.
She was the point guard.
Whoa.
Goddess.
That name is reserved for one person. But it was just so exciting to watch her Seattle run. I don't think she ever got an MVP or anything, but
Her resume was crazy. No, crazy part is nope, she's never got an MVP. Again, 4-time NBA,
deserved it. But
4-time WNBA champion, 13-time All Star, 5-time All NBA first team, 3-time All NBA second team. She was 3-time WNBA assist leader, 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th anniversary team. They won a Commissioner's Cup back in 2021. Number 10 is retired by the Seattle Storm, so nobody can wear that number no more. And of course, in the college world, she's won championships there. So definitely, she is the GOAT in the WNBA.
no argument from me at all. You already went through Maya Moore's accomplishments. Kind of, I believe Donovan going in, and then once again, it's not based off your NBA career. Like I said, it's his college that's getting him in. That is one thing I do like about the NBA or the Basketball Hall of Fame. You got to take their whole career. Oh, look who's joining us. Long time, Mr. Cole McCain.
I was on a couple of weeks ago. Where was you at, sir?
So you missed the beginning of the show. Key was talking about storms in Pennsylvania. You can relate.
No, he in
Oh,
Carolina. He in North Carolina.
I'm in
ain't it
Carolina.
close enough? I don't know. I don't know
Oh
geography.
my God! I need for you to get your geography on.
Yes, sir.
We
North
are 9
Carolina,
hours away,
West Virginia.
sir.
Yes.
Oh, that ain't bad.
I hate driving through Virginia. Virginia is a bitch to drive
That's
through.
right
Okay?
down the
Virginia's
street.
terrible. Virginia's terrible.
What did Virginia do to y'all?
Baltimore's trash too.
Baltimore's So if I'm traveling to North Carolina, so Baltimore, Delaware is the quickest. I mean, Maryland and Delaware is the fastest. Once I get to Virginia, I'm there for like 4 hours. It's horrible.
I don't be trying to do all them dad blame tolls, so Maryland is not nice to me.
I take the back roads.
I just do.
All right, cool. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good? Go ahead, sir.
So right now, cool. We're discussing the class of this Hall of Fame class. We talked about Dwight Howard, Melo going in, Maya Moore, Sue Bird, Billy Donovan, Danny Crawford, the referees going in. Just your thoughts on this class.
This is a good solid class. I don't think there's like a superstar really to like stick out in this class, but I think it's a good class. Like it's a good solid class of people who I say all deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Maya Moore is probably the star for me if you ask me, but I don't think she's like a superstar because
Over Melo?
Yes, because she played in the era she played in, and women's basketball wasn't as mainstream.
Yep.
I think she's the more recognizable name. Melo, I mean, you recognize it, but the problem that Melo has is he ringless. You know what I'm saying? You play all those years.
See, Keith, that's the argument people got on Melo.
I mean, I'm not saying he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer, but for me, that's the reason why I would say Maya Moore is the star of the class because she was a winner in the playoffs,
So
in the finals.
Sue Bird.
Sue Bird as well, but Sue Bird played like 30,000 years. So all these people they be playing like 11,000 years, like LeBron, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. Like y'all been playing forever. You better be successful. Like how else you last 30 years?
Oh, cool. I missed you, man.
Somebody got to bring
cool. Originally, I was gonna kick it off with this topic, but I knew you was coming.
You waited for me, right? I know you waited.
I had to get your thoughts on this situation.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Melo. He made his career in Denver.
Among other places.
He started his career in Denver. That's where, he got drafted. This week, Denver decided to, with 3 games left in the season, to fire their head coach and their GM. Cool. You're a Denver fan. Let me go ahead and get your thoughts on this situation.
Well, I'm going to start off by posing the question. Chris, you are a Chris Paul fan. Key, you are a Sixers fan. So we'll say Chris is a Spurs fan, but it just happens to be where Chris Paul playing. But we'll say that he's a Spurs fan. Since you got
me a clip. I could be a Clippers fan for this conversation if you want.
Don't matter. But the question I'm gonna pose is, if your coach lost your locker room, should he stay there another game?
I mean, if you put it that way, no then.
That's why Mike Malone got fired when he did. Because remember, he came on TV after the last loss and said, "Oh, they don't listen to me. They don't run my plays." Okay. So instead of going in the locker room and saying, "Hey guys, we gotta run my plays. We gotta do what we need to do." And let's keep in mind, we lost like 10 out of 14. Because at one point we was right there with OKC. Then we started losing because our coach decided that he didn't want to play no young guys unless people were hurt. He ain't been developing guys because he only want to play the same dudes. We lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves last year, and I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but that last game, Jamal Murray looked like he was about to die. Jokic looked like he died and got resuscitated 2 or 3 times. KCP was out there.
Yeah,
KCP was out there looking like he didn't even want to play basketball no more. All this man do is play basketball. And Michael Porter Jr. looked exactly the same because all he do is shoot. He don't do nothing else.
Michael Porter Jr. just had a last year, which is hard. He had too many distractions going on with all his brothers.
He had a bad career.
Ow.
That man ain't played no defense yet.
Oh, no. He is the epitome of catch and shoot.
And all he want to do is catch and shoot. So You might ask, okay, cool. Well, what does that have to do with the general manager getting fired? That is a great question. I have an answer for you. The reason the general manager got fired is because he ain't got no better sense than to bicker with the head coach over who should be playing. And to the point they didn't even talk to each other. So you got a head coach that won't talk to the general manager. The general manager won't talk to the head coach. The two positions that got to get along can't get along. So you know what you do in situations like that? There's two toxic fools in your building. You throw them both out. If you got two kids to get in a fight at school, do you suspend one, the other go back to school? No, you keep
No,
both
you
of them
get
out
rid of
for 10
both.
days. So if you got two adults that are professionals that ain't got no better sense than to not be able to have a synergistic relationship when they're supposed to, you fire them both. And don't wait, because this allows you to get started on your GM search. So in my opinion, go get your GM first. Let him get his coach. That way they can work together. Because Calvin Booth, he didn't bring in Mike Malone, right? Mike Malone was already there when he got in place. And he had a good first season, right? He brought in not Christian Brown, because he did draft him, but he brought in Bruce Brown, and he brought in KCP. He did, right? And re-signed KCP because the thing was there, but like he either brought him in or re-signed him. I can't remember which one. But since then, just letting dudes walk away. KCP comes back up for a contract. His wife said, we didn't even offer him a contract. We didn't even say, hey, we only could pay you this, but can you do that and stay here and maybe
Yeah,
some other?
didn't even offer him a vet's minimum.
You're not going to offer your glue guy, the only guy that plays hard defense and shoot and rebound and do all the stuff that you had left. You're not going to pay him. But you're going to overpay Michael Porter Jr., not trade him when he has trade value. The year after we won a championship, this past offseason, after we won a championship, but then we crashed and burned the next year, Michael Porter Jr. should have been gone when he had trade value. At this point, you still got to trade Michael Porter Jr., but at this point, if you can get a smoke and a pancake and maybe a cup of orange juice, you take that because you can get a salary relief. Because you let it go, you let it get there. So, I mean, he's got to go because we got to have money to get veteran guys back and get a bench. And the only way you're going to do that is you got to let him go. And Jamal, part-time player, Murray, you can go too. I love Jamal Murray, but I want to win. And you getting paid that much money and you can't even play but part of the time, you can go too. If we can get some stuff for you, you can go too. Let's see what Strother got. Let's see what some of the young guys go. Let's bring in somebody that's a vet that's less cost. Because Murray's great in the playoffs, but what I found out watching him is a half. So in the playoffs this past season, he was good in like the first half. In the second half, he's like, where Murray go? Where playoff Murray at? He already did in the first half. He ain't got two halves in him in the game. So you need him to get going in the second half. You can't let him get going in the first half. You want Michael Porter Jr. to get going, but what? All he gonna do is shoot. If his shot is off, he ain't gonna go to the hole. He's gonna keep shooting.
And he's not going to stop shooting.
I've never seen him go to the rack.
That man do not care if he 0 for 15. He gonna shoot the next 3 and be surprised they don't go in. Hey, the other 15 ain't going. What do you think they're gonna go in for? But that's what he do. And you can't win with those type of players. And we have a coach that's saying, oh, that's fine. I'm going to leave you out there and allow you to keep doing that. And I think somehow we're going to win games with you doing that because you score 18 points a game, but you take enough shots to make 40 points a game. But you won't score 18 a game. That's how we're going to be successful. And as a coach, I'm not going to come to you and say, hey, Mike, I need more from you, man. I need you to work with me on defense. I'm not asking you to be a top-tier defender, but you got to give some effort. Stephen Curry gives effort on defense. Okay? He at least give effort. Luka Doncic on the Lakers give effort on defense. It's not much, but it's something. Michael Porter Jr. like defense.
I'm just gonna let you rock. I'm just gonna let you
Y'all
go past
got it.
me.
Y'all got it. And then let's not talk about the Russell Westbrook move. And the thing is, I don't even have a problem with the Russell Westbrook move as a whole. I have a problem with you ending the game with Russell Westbrook in the game. Russell Westbrook has not made a good decision in clutch in years.
Wasted that man 60-point night. He sold horribly.
But it's not Russell Westbrook's fault that he was in the game. That's Mike Malone's fault. Because Mike Malone could have said, I know what you about to do. Come here.
Missed a wide open layup.
Peyton Watson, you go in and play.
Then
'Cause
he
you'll play some
fouled
defense.
somebody.
A 3-point shooter.
And then he missed the free throw.
But is anybody surprised that Russell Westbrook does this stuff? You're not.
No.
So if we're not surprised, how come the coach was surprised? That's why he's gone. These are the reasons why he's gone. These are the reasons why he's gone. I know people say, "Oh, he won a championship 2 years ago." Nuggets fans that pay attention to the team, no, it was gone. He was going to be gone after the season anyway. So we just got ahead of it. Rick, can't remember his name, but he used to coach. Yeah, he's going to be a fine fill-in head coach. Playoff experience, regular season experience. He's a guy these guys are going to get listened to. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have got that semi-promotion. So we're gonna be all right.
Don't need no coach. Just give Joker the clipper and he tell
Man,
him.
that's not gonna work for no whole game. That's cute for a few plays. It ain't gonna work for the whole game. People remember Joker's coaching the team. He's not coaching the team because to coach the team, you got to yell at somebody. You got to get loud. When does Joker do that?
Yeah, he's not a yeller.
He's not vocal at all. Nah, just want to go play.
That's what I'm saying. It got so bad he was slamming his water bottle on the bench. Dude that don't never show emotion was slamming his water bottle because he was frustrated over there with Mike Malone.
And, it's an issue. It's an issue when Joker gets emotional about things. Last time we seen him in a physical altercation between him and Morris,
and that wasn't even him. His brothers handled it.
He did, and Morris still be hating on him.
Yeah,
you mad because you couldn't do nothing with his brothers?
Hell, I'm not messing with Jokic. You seen his brothers? They bigger than him.
I was like, Jokic is the little one, and that's crazy.
Yep.
Nope, you got it. I want no smoke.
Yeah, his brothers got several bodies.
That's why you don't be walking around here starving with people. You don't know who with who. Let's sit down somewhere. What was that, Markeith? Tough guy Markeith. You be the guy stretched out.
Don't say you from the mean streets of Philly. Not acting like that. We would have laughed at you too.
But yeah, so I'm very happy that both are gone. Booth, I hope you go somewhere else and learn that you have to work with your head coach, and also you can't get rid of all your veterans that help you win a championship. And it's a different team 2 years later, and people say, "I don't know why you got fired 2 years later," because it's a different team. Look at the bench. It's a bunch of young dudes that weren't even there and don't get to play because the coach ain't got sense enough to play them, and the general manager ain't got sense enough to say, "Well, if you ain't gonna play the young guys, at least let me go get a couple of veterans."
Yeah, Uncle Jeff was good for y'all when y'all had him.
Yeah, he
didn't offer him a contract. Let him go to where he at now, Houston. Where Houston at? Number 2. Veteran leadership matters. Ours left.
Keith, what your thoughts on it?
Zeke Naji.
I'm gonna go back to you, cool. I got a question for you, but I'm gonna get Keith's thoughts real quick.
I mean, earlier I was just like, oh my god, like we just went through this with Taylor Jenkins. We was like, and they were in the playoffs, like they were top in the playoffs. Man, Memphis fell down. They in the play-in now, but listening, as listening over a couple of days as to analysts and everything, I get why he was fired. But in the beginning, I was confused. I was like, "There's 3 games left. What are we doing?" But you had to get rid of him. It was best for the team to move forward. I could see the GM getting booted because you didn't replace none of your players that you got rid of. None. So how are we supposed to get back to that championship level if you're getting rid of players and not replacing them? All you did was sign Westbrook. What are we doing here?
That was your hope.
What are we doing?
I
felt like Westbrook was one of my kids. Aim for the square. Make the layup. How do you miss an open layup? There's nobody there. That would have been the ball game right there. Make the layup. We wouldn't be in this situation. Joker 60-point triple dub at that.
61 point.
Gone.
Had 2 triple doubles in one night.
And his teammate blew it because he shouldn't have been in the game.
So we're gearing up for the playoffs. Does this move help motivate Denver in the playoffs?
Yes. Because in his own words, they won't listen to Malone no more.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that dude to leave so you can get another guy in that's been there. Because Adam's been there. It's not like he's coming in from outside. He's coming from the staff. He's the lead assistant on the staff. So he's been working with these guys. He already knows these guys. So you keep continuity. It's not like you're going from a seasoned veteran head coach to a guy that's never been a head coach in the NBA. I'm about to talk football if I'm tripping. But it's not like you're doing that. So you're in a situation where you're trying to get the right guy that's going to fit what you want to do. But at the same time, you understand that a part of that is quite simply sometimes they need a fresh voice in their head, fresh voice in their ear. And I think Malone's voice had ran out because Malone talked a lot of trash. We're going to keep this guy. We're going to keep that guy, and then keep none of them. And then you had no support from any of the young guys on your team because you set them on the bench like Hubert Davis. You out there coaching like Hubert Davis. And why he got a job?
I'm tired.
That's a whole different story. But yeah, I think this is good for the long-term success of Denver in the playoffs, having this happen when it did, because I think it needed to happen to motivate a lot of guys that had kind of started to not listen to the same Mike Malone malarkey.
Does this keep Jokic bought in? You know, there was talks of him possibly looking to go somewhere else.
And who started it? The media. Jokic has never said, I don't want to be in Denver. They asked Jokic, when did you find out that they were firing the coach? A few days before everybody else. They asked me. I said, okay. Not, if they didn't fire the coach, I told them I was going to quit. I was going to go to another team. I was going to demand a trade. No, he just want to play basketball. He enjoys his team. He like basketball. He like going and milking his cows and playing with his animals. In the off season,
he go back home and play with them damn horses.
Yeah, he go play with his horses and cows and stuff and all that. That's all he worried about. He ain't worried about his politics and I got to go to another team because they got rid of the coach I played for. Like, he ain't worried about that. You give him a coach, you give him some players, he gonna win you 40+ games by himself. You can get him and 4 jabroni named Juventud, and you can win 40+ games. Then AG there, and AG's the only other guy that really played defense. To me, I would rock with AG and Jokic and Brown. Everybody else,
it's only AG and Jokic.
Yeah, I mean Jamal Murray. If you want to keep him cool, if you want to get rid of him, I ain't mad at that either. Michael Porter's got to go because we need money.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, Michael Porter should have been gone, to be honest. But
thank you.
David Allman. He a young David Allman. He a young guy. He only 43.
His back is like 45 already. That man missed like almost 2 years of playing time. His back is like 45. I shouldn't be saying that because I want somebody to trade for him. I'm just tripping, y'all. His back is like maybe 30.
That was the reason why we didn't draft him.
Yeah,
because his back.
Let's not talk about y'all's draft history right now. We ain't gonna do that.
No, but I'm just saying, Michael Porter Jr. was on our list.
That's wrong. Hey, they drafted the process them.
He got his knee fixed. He got his knee worked on. All you did was clean out his knee. It's still going to be the same end result.
It's going to be the same thing, yeah.
You know what he need to do? He need to sit his black ass down in the offseason. You don't need to be on the Olympic teams, nothing. You need to be in the pool running on the offseason. That's all you need to be doing.
Just some kind of conditioning.
Yeah, just conditioning.
You know why he can't condition in the offseason? Because he's too hurt from the season.
That's what I'm saying. Just run the pool. That's all you can do. Don't lift no weights. Run the pool.
And work on his diet too, because I know JoJo eats bad.
I'm sure he do.
Yeah, gotta work on your diet. I agree with that too. You gotta work on your diet. But just run the pool. Run the pool, keep all the pressure off your joints. Because your joints is like 75 already. Maybe 55. I go at 55 because
he got Brandon Roy knees.
I think you insulted Brandon Roy when you say that, but
not Brandon Roy. No. What's the name from
Greg Oden?
Greg, there you go. Greg Odom. Who else had bad knees? What's the dude from Indiana?
Roy Hibbert.
Yup. Got his knees too.
His knees are 1/3 Brandon Roy, 1/3 Roy Hibbert, and 1/3 Greg Oden. That's terrible.
That's just bad. Oh, and add some
That's bad.
Kawhi knees in there too.
Oh, Kawhi's body, period.
All right, we're gonna get off Kawhi, because that's my team right now. So
Kawhi's my guy, but I'm just saying.
It's this. He had his knees are shot. It's just his
everything
knees. It's
shot.
his
His shoulder
knees.
shot, his knees shot, his back shot,
shoulder, everything.
shoulder, neck, forehead,
Just don't have him laugh.
pinky toe, everything.
Just don't. Just don't have him laugh. That was hilarious.
My man was a real life robot. Cool. Are we gonna see Jamal Murray in the playoffs?
Who knows? I don't know, because you got mental injuries, you got physical injuries. Like, who knows? We should, but who knows? Maybe Adelman getting back would make him more apt to be like, I'll go give it a shot. Because last time he was in the huddle, if you remember, if you watched the game, last time he was in the huddle, the rest of the team was like in there, and he was like,
yeah,
yeah, doubly, definitely, like he in another world. So maybe he'll listen to Adelman. I think a lot of it is like dudes just get tired of the same crap, and then you already be not injured but hurt. Like I could play, but because this dude, I don't want to hear that mess. No way. Oh, I'm injured. I can't play. Then you get a new voice, and it's like, oh, Jamal Murray's going to make his debut in the last game of the regular season. I bet you will.
I am healed.
Won't he do it? Jeeves did it for me again. You kind of get like that all of a sudden. I'm just saying, man. It seems to just happen out of nowhere. I'm just saying. It normally happens when people get fired or moved around, or somebody comes to the team, or somebody gets released. All of a sudden, somebody who's been battling injuries all year get healthy.
Ain't that crazy how that worked?
Yes. A little questionable. But we do need
losing
Jamal
to the Grizzlies right now.
Murray.
What'd you say?
I said they losing to the Grizzlies right now.
Yeah.
Which
that's okay.
I'm happy you brought up, actually, because that's going to bring us to our next topic. The Grizzlies superstar, Demetrius Jamil Morant.
Oh, called him by his government.
The way he's been acting, he has to be his government. Earlier this
I didn't even know that was his government.
Earlier this season, he already got in trouble, for making a gun salute, making a gun gesture. So recently he decided that, hey, y'all gonna trip on that. Comes up with the grenade.
I don't know. I actually like that. I ain't gonna front. That's kind of cool.
It is, but why? What does it mean?
He blown up, and then he's covering his ears so he don't want to hear the boom.
There's an explosion going on in here. That's what it means. I love Ja Morant on the court, and I think he's a dog, and I think he's definitely a superstar.
Yes.
One of the best guards from America of the young guys, because half the guards ain't even from America anyway. But the thing is, you gotta be smart. They own you. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you were a kid in school, you get in trouble like the first 3 weeks of the school year, and then you wonder why every time something happened, you getting put in office and things happen to other kids and they don't get that. It's because they don't have a track record, bro. You got a record. Yeah, other guys can go out there and do the gun thing and nothing happens because they didn't get suspended half a year for having a maybe lighter gun, maybe not, and then already getting a few games the year before as a warning, like, don't be playing with guns. Like, you just got to understand. And I feel like Ja Morant, the player, needs to smack Ja Morant, the person, like a few times. It's like, you gonna cost me, idiot. And I think everything would be fine then.
Pat Bev was on Nightcap, and
Oh, Lord.
Shay had asked him, if he was in the locker room, what would you do? He was like, well, of course he's not gonna, be no coach, but he'll be a big brother to him, saying the same thing. Like, hey, pretty much what Cool just wrapped up was what Pat Bev said. Like, they own you. Like, chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't gotta do all that.
Then it was like, if the antics keep up, he could be out.
I don't think he'll be out, but it is crazy that
Like, they
like,
could trade him. He now he becoming a distraction.
and it's crazy because like he could easily be the most beloved person. Like as of right now, Memphis' best player is who? Zebo. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
like there's not
Unless you
nothing
want to go
against
with
Zebo. I love Zach Randolph, but they don't have that
Mark,
legacy. So like you come in
or
in
maybe
Memphis
Mark
and
Gasol.
you already like the man of Memphis. All you gotta do
Right.
is just show up and hoop. They don't expect you to bring a title. They don't expect you to have a lot of success. All you gotta
Fact.
do is just be cool. And hell, you may have had a chance to be the face of the NBA. Like Cool just said, you're one of the only American guards.
Elite
It's a
ones. Yep.
guard-driven league still, even though big men are dominating. He's still a guard-driven league. Ja, he's charismatic. For a while, everybody wanted to do the gritty.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I even know that it's a party in my city song is because of Ja. I don't listen to rap music, but that was kind of catchy. He had
NBA
me
young
had
boy.
me go streaming. Right. I don't listen to Young Boy.
I
Don't listen to Young Boy. Don't know that
I don't
stuff.
listen to none of these young boys.
You
Really.
know, like the only NBA I know is the one we're talking about right now. But Ja had me checking that out. So like he would have been a good role model, but you want to
Daughter
have
at the
this
games with him.
image. Say it again.
Really. That's his daughter be at the games with him.
So you're a great dad, like a cute little girl. I mean, like Ja could have easily become the transitional phase, but you want to have this image. Like it's funny. You get your Instagram likes and everything, but what is that really going to do for you for your career? Like we're talking about your antics. The playoffs start next week. Nobody's even talking about Memphis being what are they right now, 6 seed. Your coach
Seven.
got fired. Y'all, it's just
They
so
in a
much stuff
play-in.
going around. They're in the play-in.
I thought they were set. Well, yeah, they might be eighth.
They seventh.
They
Oh,
dropped to
seven. Yeah,
7.
seven is the play-in. But
Yeah,
I mean, they like what 1 game out of 4th. If they win
that's
tonight,
crazy how the West is.
yeah,
I just hope Ja can get this figured out. I mean,
they're a little dude,
maybe
man.
do some more counseling.
I mean, I don't even think counseling will help. I think you just got to be smart. Like, right? Just be smart. If it's anything to do with it, guns, grenades, knives, let me stay away from it. That's it.
Not
Right?
asking for much, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Just don't do violent gestures. Don't.
Yeah. Oh, and no neck slices, none of that. Just you know what I'm saying. Just do that if you hit a 3, and then just beat your chest if you hit a 2. Let's go. Simple. Just keep it simple, John.
That's it. I mean, you're exciting to watch. People love you.
But they
You could
own
be
him.
the man in that city. What'd you say?
But they own him. The boys
Oh
own him.
yeah, for the wrong reason.
Exactly.
But since we're talking about the play-in, let's go ahead and just look at these potential play-in matchups right now.
Mm.
So if I'm pretty sure it's going to end up staying like this in the West. Memphis and Minnesota are at 7 and 8, and then Sacramento and Dallas are 9 and 10. So that would be the potential play-in games. Memphis, Minnesota could be a good game to watch. We got 2 young guards who potentially could have been the face, but they both made questionable choices off the court.
Yep.
Which
But Anthony Edwards is a G about his though. I'm okay.
wait, what?
Wait, just hear me out. It's bad what he doing. And he also got with this girl and did what he did. You gonna get a kid out of it. You can't be mad at her for wanting to keep the kid, But she wanted to be like, oh, well, you're not gonna do this. All right, well, you Anthony Edwards, you in the NBA, I'm having this kid, I'm gonna take you what I got. He said, no, homie, I'm giving you all 18 years. Here you go. Right here. Boom.
I don't know who that man's lawyer is, but that's a hell of a move.
I think it's a genius move.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm gonna give you based off what I'm getting paid now. Because in a few years I'm gonna get that new contract, but you already got yours, so don't even come looking for me. You got yours. If you can't maintain, that's on y'all. And I love I actually think it's a great move. I think there's this talking. I'm a man, so I can only look at it from my perspective about your body, your rights. Okay, so we mess around, you get knocked up. You're a female, you have the right to keep that child or not, right? But if I don't want the child and you do, you know what? Hey, if the president said this is what the child support going to be for 18 years, here's the child support got in my face. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I didn't want the kid anyway. So I only need to see the kid. I'm not signing the birth certificate. You got your money, get out of my face. So then the female, this is how you know this is all about, to me, at least a part of it is about publicity. Because she want the judge to make him sign the birth certificate. No one can make that man sign the birth certificate. If he don't want to sign it, he ain't got to sign it. You can't make that man claim your child. He don't want your child. You was a jump off, and you trying to now use his name in his essence to try to be famous. But your 15 minutes about up because you done got your little pay and you about to be done. So now you can go to OnlyFans and try to keep it going.
Not OnlyFans.
Yes, OnlyFans.
So, out of that matchup of Memphis and Minnesota, who would y'all give that to? So the loser of that one would go on to meet the winner of Sacramento Dallas, which we'll get to in a second. But who would y'all pick out of Memphis and Minnesota to win that game?
In a one game, I think I would go with Memphis because I think Ja is more explosive. Edwards has more dog, but Ja is more explosive. It is not a big difference in dog. But I think Ja only weigh like what 140 sopping wet.
Probably.
Yeah, so he, what I'm saying, he can rise all over the place, cross you up, spin on you, run up and down the court the whole game. He ain't carrying no kind of muscle, nothing. So
I mean, we just had that preview last night.
we did.
Pretty good battle.
But I would take Memphis and Ja in a close game, in a 1-game series.
All right, no Key gonna pick Minnesota because our favorite players on that team, Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Freaking French fry. No, I'm not picking no Minnesota. I'm taking Memphis. Ja Morant, is Ja. He's the guy on that team. You still got Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane. You got Zach Edey starting to come in. I mean, I questioned about Zach Edey when he was drafted. I'm just like, Zach Edey ain't gonna do nothing when he get in the NBA because he really didn't do nothing in college. He was just a big body that made easy shots and got fouled. So I mean, he coming into his own, I guess. But I'm still gonna take Memphis over Minnesota. Ant-Man can't do it all by himself.
It is just me. Desmond Bane's arms get bigger every week.
And he gets shorter. It's weird. He's like some kind of hybrid Tyrannosaurus Rex raptor or so. I don't know what it is. He's a strange person, like looking person. I love his game, but it's just something like
he said he gets shorter every week.
His arms get bigger and he gets shorter. I guess he has to sacrifice like height for the arms or something. I don't know what it is.
That's funny.
So the 9-10 matchup would be Sacramento and Dallas. Who would y'all give the edge to? And my pick would be Memphis too. You said Sacramento?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sacramento don't have what you call it, do they? They big man.
Sabonis?
Yeah, they don't have Sabonis, do they? Right? He done for the year.
Oh dang! Where's that?
I guess I'm gonna have to say Dallas because Anthony Davis may show up in the play-in.
It is just one game, so
It's just one game, yeah. If it's a series, but a game, Anthony Davis could maybe give you 20, 25, and 10 rebounds. Tell him LeBron just before the game. Tell him LeBron say he sucked. And that's why he traded him. You probably get about 25, 10 out of him. 25, 10, 5 blocks. But yeah, I guess I have to take Dallas in a one game just because like Sacramento just
9 and 10 teams are just bad. We don't even know.
yeah. It's not.
it's so crazy that those teams
You
are
can't
that
really
bad.
win either way. Like it's gonna be a terrible game.
Oh yeah, that game's gonna be trash.
Everybody who hates to play in, this is gonna be your game to point out why the play-in is garbage.
Yeah, because in all honesty,
Oh, they got DeRozan. I forgot about that.
exactly. You forgot DeMar DeRozan's there.
Where he
They
at?
got Levine, but I mean
Where DeRozan at?
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
It doesn't matter.
And then, like,
is so
so
heartbroken from Toronto.
it doesn't matter who wins that game. They're gonna lose to Minnesota, which will put Minnesota in the 8th seed, which will be exactly where we're at right now.
I agree. I think
Memphis
you said
7, Minnesota 8.
Yeah. Worst
It's kind of
case,
crazy, man. As
it's
trash
Wizards.
as 9 and 10 is, Phoenix couldn't get in the play in. All that talent.
Booker is sitting on the
All that
bench.
talent ain't all that talent though, bro. Because one of them big three is little, tiny.
Oh, I knew it was a bad move from the beginning.
When they picked up Bradley Beal, I was like,
I was like, oh boy, the Sun is going to be bad. They never played together. It's always Book and KD. Granted, KD is 36, but he still is efficient. I mean, he's still getting you 26 a night. He still can go out there and shoot the ball. And then you got Booker. Poor Booker. I feel bad for Booker.
KD, just shave it, bro. Just shave your head.
Let it go.
That's
No,
just
because
a
the thing is,
look.
I don't even think that he's bald. I just think he don't never comb his hair. It's peasy.
No, he don't brush it.
Oh yeah, he don't care about
He
nothing.
actually brush his hair like you supposed to. I think the man got a head of hair, but you ain't gonna do it, so just cut it off.
And he ashy. He needs some lotion.
Yeah.
KD has like no self-care routine.
What's
You're
What's the
making
dude?
millions.
What's the dude? Ashton Hall. He needs to get in contact with KD and man, put your face in some water. Put your hair in some water.
No, it's called a brush and some moisturizer. Brush it.
Get you some cocoa, but he need at this point, KD need cocoa butter. Regular lotion ain't gonna do nothing. Pure cocoa butter, not the lotion. Cocoa butter. Go to the bodega in New York and get you some the big thing of cocoa butter. And you need to be rubbing it on, sir. Those years of layers of ashes, you got to put cocoa butter on to get that stuff off.
He must use Irish Spring because you know that dry your skin out.
He used the Equate brand of Irish Spring. That's what he used.
The Walmart brand.
Oh man, Irish Spring is so mid. Like, why do they still sell Irish Spring? It's 97 cents. That is the only thing that did not rise in the economy is the price of Irish Spring.
I used to use Irish Spring, but like you said, I was always ashy. I'm like, bro, I'm always ashy.
That was Jalen when he was growing up. I was like, why are you ashy? I was like, Jalen, if you don't put no lotion on, you're gonna be permanently ashy. He ain't like that.
I think that was all like little boys' first soap is Irish Spring.
Irish Spring just make you ashy. You gotta use Old Spice.
It smells good, but
It ain't got no smell.
the blue one does.
They got colored Irish Spring.
Yeah.
The blue, the blue is a little bit better, but you still be ashy.
That green bar, no, that green
That's
bar.
what I'm talking about. The green. I had that green.
Mid. The green bar is straight mid. 100% mid.
Unrelated, but since we're talking about like the price of things now, when did Little Caesars go up on a pizza? Like their slogan really used to be, "Bruh, it's $5." Like I went yesterday with $7. I'm not giving you $7 for no Little Caesars pizza.
But I'm saying it's better now too, though. They actually give you better ingredients.
Man,
Hey,
No,
they got better quality. They got to raise on prices, but y'all
You
gonna
just
put
put the same
102.
quality in $5.
that's it. Like I don't care about the quality. That's why I'm at Little Caesars. I don't care about
But
quality.
y'all gonna put grandma in jail and charge her 102-year-old grandma for making better pizzas than Little Caesars. Little Caesars got jealous and called the cops on her. Don't you know they charged this lady? She 102. Let her be great.
That is crazy.
Little old Italian lady making pizzas, and like the whole block was getting them.
Right,
Little Caesars were
$5.
jealous, and she got charged.
Was she selling them for $5? She selling them for $5. I would have got
Yeah,
one.
she was.
See,
That's why they called on her. If they was $10, they wouldn't have said nothing. They called them because it was $5. That's the only reason they called them.
And everybody said they was better than Little Caesars.
because it was $5. I don't care how bad it is. If it's $5, I'm eating it, and it's gonna be delicious.
See, that's the thing. I get where Chris coming from too, though, because that's the thing. Like, I'm eating cheap pizza because I expect it to taste like cheap pizza. I'm good with it.
Exactly.
They try to come up in the pizza rankings. They're still at the bottom, by the way, but they try to come up.
7-Eleven pizza is underrated.
It's still
Oh,
better than
snap. Wait a minute.
it's
Wait
still
a
better
minute.
too. It's still
I know
better
that Coach Dante trying to make an appearance.
too. It might be.
Dante.
Yo, what's good? My bad, y'all. My bad. I came back from the doctor. I'm a little under the weather. How y'all doing, man?
Good. How
We
you
good,
doing,
Coach.
Dante?
Hey, man. The world heavyweight champ, The Rock, has showed up in the building, man. So, so yeah, I'm good. How y'all
I'm
doing,
not
man?
selling my soul to you, sir.
You ain't got to. You ain't got to sell. You ain't got to sell your soul. You good, sir. You good.
Man, y'all, we gotta do some wrestling talk too. I know it's a whole other subject, but we'll do that later. We'll get some Little Caesar pizza and talk about wrestling.
Not some Little Caesars. I'm gonna get me some Hungry Howie's.
I'm in Texas, man.
I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven.
Oh, y'all don't got Hungry Howie's?
Mm-mm.
Just go to Whataburger. You'll be all right.
Cool.
Just
We
go
can
to
go to
Whataburger.
Wawa. You can go to Wawa and get some pizza.
Not yet. I can't yet.
Oh, that's right. They built one near my cousin. She in love.
Hey,
She in
y'all
love
mind
with
if
it.
y'all mind if I bring something up right quick?
Go ahead,
Is it
Coach.
about pizza?
Nah, it's not about that. I like since my birthday is coming up next month. I just want to thank a certain team for stinking this year. And not it's not the Sixers, Key. You don't got to worry about it, Key. It's not the Sixers because I knew they wasn't gonna. We knew they wasn't gonna be good this year. We knew they were. It's not
Because
the
of who?
Sixers.
Because of who, Coach Dante? How we know they want to be doing? Because of who?
Oh, it was because of Joel Embiid is out of shape and Paul George decided to tweak his knee in the preseason, second game of the preseason, and then because Daryl Morey is a liar and a phony. I've been knowing that for like 10 years. But not 10 years, but all the rest of my life being a diehard Rockets fan. And them not the inability of them getting a bench, not getting a bench, the inability of
Just said we wasn't gonna talk Sixers.
well, I was Cool McCain. That's Cool
My
McCain.
fault.
He set me up.
My
He
fault.
set me up in it. But yeah,
My
it's
fault.
everything going on wrong with the Sixers. So they don't know when to rebuild. They don't know when to rebuild. They just gonna retool and go into next year. They may let my boy Quentin Grimes go because that's what Daryl Morey
He's
decided.
auditioning for a new team. That's what he's doing. He's
Hey,
auditioning for
Quentin.
his next team.
Hey, Quentin. There's a spot for you in Denver.
They got walking Kane Kyle Lowry. Who can't
Cousin
walk, who
Poopy.
barely move. Eric Gordon, he's done. He's not Rockets 3-point shootout champ with the Rockets. Six and another thing Daryl Morey like to do, he love to go get them old Rockets, man. So I gotta clap it up for Daryl Morey for always doing that. But it's about another organization. I wasn't gonna talk about the Sixers to Cool, my guy Cool McCain set me up. He set me up on the Davis Mills point, but that's another story for another day. He set me up on that point right there. So yeah, he didn't tell me. He didn't tell you how he got me on that. But I just want to give a special thank you for the Phoenix Suns for stinking this year. Not only they eliminated for the playoffs, but we also, my beloved Rockets, also got they unprotected first round pick. Now, what if we keep it or not? That remains to be seen. But again, it's gonna be Mike Budenholzer's fault because they let Frank Vogel go last year, and it wasn't even the man's fault. First of all, you didn't have a bench. You didn't have a bench at all last year. So Kevin Durant, Devin Booker had to play a lot of minutes. You didn't have the pieces. Now it's gonna be Mike Budenholzer's fault because it's the same shit going on with the Phoenix Suns over there. It's just literally the same thing. Bradley Beal has been a bust of a contract for them. He has not been on the floor. They even tried to trade the man. The man didn't want to get traded because he has a no trade clause and he wouldn't waive it. Which is they tried to get him out of there. He didn't want to get up out of there. But other than that, I just want to really thank the Phoenix Suns for stinking it up this year for the Houston Rockets and us having a protected first round pick, because that is 3 years in a row the Phoenix Suns have not been able to get over that hump. And you imagine making a play-in tournament with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. I really that is blasphemy to me. That is unheard of. But other than that, I wasn't gonna talk about the Sixers, Key. Don't worry, Cool McCain brought them up. I wasn't gonna talk about them. But like I say, I saw that a mile away when they got Paul George. You even seen it when they was interviewing on the show together with Joel Embiid. You already knew that was to have. You knew that was to have.
Both of them sitting there.
And this man decided they paid this man that money, and this man decide to get hurt. Get hurt the second goddamn preseason game. He decided to get hurt. That man, he needs to be in jail for perjury, man. He needs to be in jail for perjury.
Impersonating a basketball player.
Because that's stealing. That's stealing money. Joel Embiid, that's stealing money. Not being able to be out there, not being in shape. Joel Embiid is not a winning player. He's just not a winning player. That's just all it is. He's just not a winning player. You can't win with the guy, especially as your number one. You can win in regular season with him as your number one option, but you can't win in the playoffs because the mindset, the championship mindset is not there. The winning mentality is not there when it matters the most. This man is always out of shape. I don't know what he does in the offseason. And again, please don't bring that Jokic and Joel Embiid crap up again, because again, it was solidified already when Jokic, but even probably before Jokic won a championship, it was solidified. One thing you know, Jokic not going to be the reason Denver lose the games. He's not going to be the reason. He's never going to be the reason. Joel Embiid is going to always probably be one of the reasons why the Sixers.
We got Russell Westbrook for that.
And other than that, I just wanted to give a special thank you to the Suns, and if we want to, we can move on. I just wanted to give a special thank you to the Phoenix Suns, but I had no intentions, Key, to bring up the Sixers. I had no intentions to do that.
My bad, Key. It's just when I get with Coach Dante, certain things happen. My bad. It wasn't on purpose. Charge it to my head, not my heart.
All right, so we just covered the West play-in. Let's talk about the East potential play-in. So in the 7-8 spot, winner of that would be the 7 seed. It would be Orlando Magic versus the Atlanta Hawks. Who would y'all get an edge to in that game?
Orlando.
I'm gonna take
Trey been playing pretty good since he got a beard, but I still pick Orlando.
Is that what they were missing?
Trey beat us today with the $2 seats. So that's all that cost to see him.
I'm taking Orlando. Y'all might well let everybody up in that free. It's only last game of the season. Y'all might well let everybody up in that free. If you're gonna give $2 up, you might well let everybody up in that free. Let everybody come in now. Last game of the season, it won't hurt. Y'all made enough money already.
Stole enough money from the people.
Y'all gave the money away. Y'all gave it away.
The thing we look forward to is free chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A when the opposing team misses 2 free throws. And then if they do it again, it upgrades to a 12-piece.
A 12-piece nugget?
For real?
If they do it the first time in the fourth quarter, you get a 6-piece if they miss 2 free throws. If they do it again, it up it to a 12-piece.
That's crazy.
Oh, if I was in Philadelphia, I'd just go to the game for the Nuggets then. I'd just go to the game just to get the Nuggets.
And you don't have to go to the game.
All you got to do is have a Chick-fil-A app. All you got to do is have a Chick-fil-A app and you get the Nuggets if it gets activated. Like a couple years ago, it was Frosties. From Wendy's.
Yeah, they don't do if they miss 2 more, you get a 12-piece in Charlotte.
Yeah, no, I ain't never heard that one. But you don't. Do you got to be at the game for it? Like Cool said, you don't got to be at the game here to do it. Oh, wow, that's even.
As long as you got the app,
yeah. I just if the Hornets play tonight, I just log in after the game. Just in case. I ain't about to watch it because they're terrible, but I'll log in after it's over.
Melo, another one that can't stay on the court all year.
Oh man,
but I like his shoes.
He a quarter-time player.
But I love his shoes though.
But when
They don't want you to
you
love
stink
him.
so bad, when you stink so bad as an organization, you continue to make the bonehead decision that the Hornets make. LaMelo Ball ain't gonna be able to stay healthy because you ain't got nobody else on side of him. I mean, I like Brandon Miller as a
Yeah, I
player.
like Brandon Miller.
Bridges may need to be traded. I like
Bridges
Bridges.
need to run. Bridges need to
Yeah,
beg. Please get me up out of here.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Bridges,
yeah. He may need to be traded.
you want
What's
to take a
that?
little less money?
Caleb.
Denver looking for some bench guys.
What's that? Martin's twin brother?
Which one of them y'all got?
Neither. He got traded to Dallas.
Oh, y'all traded the one that stopped shooting the ball. The one
Yeah.
that. Oh my goodness.
We got Grimes out of him.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was a good move for y'all. That was good.
That was. I
Yeah,
like that.
because once Caleb Martin came over, he forgot how to shoot.
I watched Darren Marley let him go. Watch he let him go. Wow.
But
oh
see, that's
yeah,
the
because
thing. When
analytics gonna tell them that.
they
Yep.
beat somewhere where it worked for them, and then they be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get more money here," and then you trash. Gabe Vincent balling with the Heat. Go to LA.
Gabe
They should,
Vincent's another one.
they should pull him behind the shed and beat him down for stealing money. That's what they should do. Take him out to the shed, Coach Dante.
You say what?
They take him out behind the shed
They do. They do.
and handle him. Just robbing people, bro. They don't be happy. They don't understand the right. You got to be in the right system. They be trying to get that money, yo.
That's all it is. Just want to
Bruce
make that
Brown.
money.
Bruce Brown ain't been nothing since he left the.
Ain't been nothing since he make
Nothing.
nothing.
Yep, should stay with the Nuggets.
That's a
I
win
ain't
for
mad at
that, but like that's a win. That's like that's damn near like a win for the Nuggets because Bruce Brown ain't been nothing and ain't been nothing since he left. And like I say, the Nuggets. I thought like I say, I like Peyton Watson. I like Christian Brown. I like them too. But I mean, like I say,
They
I
need to
don't
get
know.
developed.
But
Need somebody to develop him. Christian Brown still ain't got no jump shot.
All right, so the 9-10 matchup, Chicago versus Miami. Winner of that will play. I think we all picked Orlando, so I guess they were not playing Atlanta.
I'm gonna take
But
Chicago.
It doesn't matter who you take. It's a jabroni.
They stink. They gonna still stink. They still gonna get. They
Yeah.
might get one game out that number one seed. They're not gonna get swept. I'm gonna take Chicago though.
I go with Key. Key say Chicago. I mean, I don't really care. Chicago's fine.
I'm taking Miami. I'm gonna take
I'm
Miami.
gonna go with Coach on that. I'm gonna take Miami.
They split. I think we can all agree that whoever wins this game is just going to be fodder. For whoever loses the
Yeah,
other game.
they just gonna be doing cardio in the first round. That's all it is.
And then so the winner of Chicago Miami would meet winner of Orlando Atlanta, and we said that would be Orlando, so they would be end up playing Atlanta.
Okay.
And I think if it's Miami, I think Miami could surprise Atlanta and beat them in one game.
They could, but I mean, Trace Beard going to activate. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Hero ain't got no facial hair, so I mean,
It's
Hey,
just
Trace
something
Beard
about
gonna
that Miami
activate.
team, though. It's something about that Miami team when they get close to the playoffs, man.
But you got to
That
remember,
team just go up
somebody's
to
not
another
there anymore.
level.
Somebody's
playoff
not
Jimmy ain't
there.
there.
No
There's no
playoff
He
playoff
Jimmy in
Jimmy
Miami.
ain't out.
to fight the rest of the team.
He ain't out. I just think they can do enough to make it to a first round series. I think they
I
can
mean,
make
they
it.
could. But
That's
I
it.
still pick Miami. I mean, I still pick Atlanta.
It wasn't
I think
surprise.
Miami.
It wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it wouldn't be a
nah.
surprise either way, but I'll pick Atlanta.
Yeah.
And
All
whoever it is
right.
going to get beat down by Cleveland in the first round.
Yeah, it's gonna be cardio. That's all.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that play in is just
Yeah, that's all it's gonna be.
either both teams like 7 and 8. You got Cleveland or Boston.
Yikes.
Mm-mm.
That's
Yeah,
just like the Eagles playing the Giants. That's just how it is. That's just like the Eagles playing the Giants. That's how
I
it
can't
is.
with Coach Dante. I can't with Coach Dante. Hey, Coach Dante, you've been all over social media. You got to say something on here about your Rockets, bro. You got to say something about your Rockets.
Well, I try not to. I try to be humble. I'm trying not to say too much about my Rockets, but what I will say, man, I just like to thank Ime Udoka, man, and Raphael Stone don't get enough credit, for how well he drafted. I was a big fan of Tari Eason coming out of LSU. Big fan of him. He used to play point forward over there at LSU, even though they didn't make the tournament. LSU, something about that program. They always stink in boys basketball. They always suck in boys basketball. They got good talent coming out of there, but they always suck in boys basketball. So other than that, I was a big fan of Tari Eason coming out of the drought. Alperon Sengun, I didn't know nothing about him coming out of drought. I knew he was in Turkey, but this guy is gonna be a stud, man. This guy's gonna be. He got all the intangibles, man. Thank you for him. Raphael Stone, him posting up, mid-range jump shooting. He's gonna be an all-stars for years to come. He was on the all-star team this year. Amen Thompson, he's not gonna get. He should. I wouldn't pick him from defensive player of the year, but he should get some good votes for defensive player of the year, man. That dude.
He's gonna get it in his career, though.
Yeah, he's gonna get it at some point in his career. And the league better hope this guy don't get a jump shot, because if he gets a consistent jump shot, it will be scary. This kid will be scary, but he should get some votes for defensive player of the year. Even though my pick will be Dyson Daniels for Atlanta, my pick will actually be Dyson Daniels for the Atlanta Hawks to get defensive player of the year. But this man should get some votes. His defense is on another level. Fred VanVleet has been a great leader for us. Even though some nights, he'll be hot, and some nights he'll come back out and shoot 2 for 17, something like that.
For Jeff too.
He on and off.
But you don't have VanVleet for scoring. You have him there for mentality.
The leadership. Dylan Brooks has proved the worth every bit of the contract we gave him. Yes, he could be a hothead. He could be a hothead, but we need guys like that. We need guys like that. Now,
told you, every team needs a villain.
Every team needs a villain. You ain't out there to be nobody's friend. You out there to play basketball. You out there.
And he really hasn't been that this year, though. He really hasn't been like a hothead.
Yeah, he hasn't been that.
He has his moments, but that's just competitive.
He has got a lot of technical fouls, but that's all competitive nature, man. That's all competitive nature. That's what you get in Dylan Brooks.
And let's be honest, though, some of them checks that he got is based off of reputation from before.
That's the same thing. That's always what I say is based off his reputation. Like that take against Phoenix, that was him and Kevin Durant just
getting Draymond Green tech.
Yeah, and you getting Draymond Green technicals. Draymond Green technicals be technical fouling.
Draymond should have more technicals. I don't care what nobody says.
He be technical fouling. When like that bowl that he put on LP, how you not get thrown up out of the game? But if that was Dylan Brooks, he would have got thrown up out of the game. He would have the night that we played the Warriors, he would have got thrown up out of the game. But other than that,
I'm surprised they didn't throw him out of that game though. I'm real surprised.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all a coach that I think that's gonna be a really good head coach in the league. Royal Ivy is going to be a good head coach, the assistant coach for the Rockets. Royal Ivy is very good head coach in the league, man. Look out for him.
Denver.
Yeah.
Okay, what's wrong with you?
He would be a good coach.
Him and Sam Cassell. Both y'all call Denver.
I wanted Sam Cassell. I wanted Sam Cassell. But yeah, that's all I would say about my Rockets.
This man almost got a quadruple double.
Who?
AD.
What do you have?
20 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 blocks.
Who they playing?
Toronto.
That's why. Yeah, it's Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, he dogged the bad teams.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
But you're also supposed to play good against a good team. That's what he does.
That is true. That is true.
You're right. You're supposed to dog the bad team, but you got to at least be alright against good teams.
I give you that.
Well, at least you seen that out of him in when he won a championship. You ain't seen that out of Joel Embiid. At least you saw that up out of him. You did see that up out of him. He got a reputation on that.
That's why his jersey is deep in my closet.
Yeah.
I wore it once this year, one time. I think it was to practice at that. Something that he don't do much of. Practice.
Not a game. With all fairness, with Embiid, he can't practice because he be limping in there. And don't he got something where his face be sloping sometimes?
That was last season. He had that mild case of cerebral palsy.
Oh, that don't go away though, do it?
Not like
That's
that.
not like getting a cold.
Especially not within a year.
Yeah, it's not like getting a cold. But maybe he on the right medication to deal with it. Maybe that's deteriorating his knees. His cerebral palsy medicine. Maybe that's what the problem is.
Nah, could have needs bad before that.
Ever since he went to go up for this what happened. He lobbed the ball off the backboard and dunked it. And
Well,
then
for that
all of a
dunk,
sudden
yeah.
I'm like,
Ever
oh
since
my
then.
God. You too
And
damn big for this.
Why was he trying to play in the Olympics? Why wasn't he in somebody's hyperbaric chamber instead?
Why are they letting him play in the Olympics? Even if he wants to, somebody stop it.
He still stunk in the Olympics. He didn't know what to do.
Team USA grabbed him.
And he looked lost in. All right, we're not going to talk about Sixers.
No, that's that
All
work
right,
ethic.
sorry, Key.
That's that work ethic. That's that.
All right,
that's that work
so Coach gave us his pick. That's my pick as well. I agree with Dyson Daniels being Defensive Player of the Year, leading the league in steals. It's crazy. My man has 3 steals a game. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster.
Ain't nothing to talk about. It's him. If it's not him, the league is rigged.
I don't even know.
LeBron gonna call him like, you
the
better give
nominees
defensive rookie of the year to Bronny.
Not Bronny.
Man, you know there's a push for Draymond to get Defensive Player of the Year.
If my son doesn't get defensive rookie of the year, it's gonna be a problem in the NFL.
He gonna be on his
NBA.
Draymond Green gonna be on
Steroids
his
in the NFL.
Joel Embiid gonna be on this show going crazy if he don't get Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Green, he gonna be on this show going crazy if he don't get it.
But he really shouldn't. Like the Warriors. I'm sorry, the Warriors just got good when Jimmy Butler came. So like now we do a push for Draymond to be Defensive Player of the Year. No, that is not okay.
Right, when you
Dyson
got Jimmy
Daniels
Butler playing just good defense too.
So what now?
You got Jimmy Butler playing good defense too, so you're not even head and shoulders above the rest of your team on defense no more.
Exactly.
But you know what? I will say this, y'all. If my guy Ben Thompson don't get Defensive Player of the Year, he better be on that one of those he better be on that damn
all defensive first or
Oh
second.
yeah, he's
team.
getting an all defensive team.
That would be a high rate trap.
And Gordon better be on one too.
So they got the odds that
He's the only
Draymond's
person
going
to play
to win
defense on the
450
Nuggets.
at
He
450.
better be up there.
What'd you say,
Jokic
King?
be out there crying.
They got Draymond odds at minus 450 to win Defensive Player.
Yeah, he's the favorite. Which Dyson
They got
Daniels is
Draymond,
like
Evan Mobley, Lou Dort, Dyson Daniels, Jaren Jackson Jr., and they got SGA.
SGA over Amen Thompson?
Lou Dort. That's
I'm not mad at Lou Dort.
But to be what? He was number 2? So
He
I
was
know.
3.
3? That's a little high, I think.
That is a little high. Dyson Daniels should be higher.
He should be.
Evan Mobley should be 2 behind Dyson Daniels.
Okay, I can see that.
If Jared McCain didn't get injured, he would have been Rookie of the Year, but that goes to Castle from Spurs.
Keith, that's next week's topic.
My bad. I'm sorry, we're going to talk about it again.
Coach Dante brought the wild energy up here.
He did. I was about to say, man, Keith made me lose my train of thought, jumping ahead into next week's conversation.
My bad.
It's all
I got
good.
the ESP because I didn't know that was on your list.
You didn't know, but you knew.
That's that Sixers mojo. That's the Sixers again.
Nope. Put me in the front office. Y'all don't want me in the front office.
I was going to say, if it wasn't for injury, Wemby would definitely have been Defensive Player of the Year. So hopefully he gets to come back next year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy that somebody else is getting Defensive Player of the Year and not French fry all the damn time.
Should be called that.
Rudy gonna be off. Rudy gonna be off.
You know what's really crazy? To go to a conversation we were having earlier. Dwight Howard has Defensive Player of the Year accolades, and that's what got him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Is that going to do the same thing for Rudy Gobert?
Hell no. No, nope, and no. I bet not see Gobert in the Hall of
Dwight
Fame.
Howard is a far
Rudy
better.
Gobert should be in the Hall of thought he was good. Not
Dwight
even
Howard
very
is a
good.
far better player. He was a
Oh
far
no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying though he has what 4? He has 3 or 4. Rudy
I
Gobert.
think he has 4 all defensive.
4.
He has 4.
Yeah, he has 4 Defensive Player of the Years.
Yep.
Somebody
He
got robbed at
stinks
least 2 of those years.
offensively. I'm not putting nobody in the Hall of Fame that stinks offensively.
And he's really just a rim protector though. He's not an excellent defender.
All he
And
is.
he been getting manhandled by people now too. Like he
Nah,
been
but
getting
that's all he is. Like that's all he is. Like when it comes to the playoffs, Rudy Gobert can get exposed. I seen that a lot, man. He
He
just
always gets exposed. Why do you think Donovan Mitchell and him didn't work out?
Anthony Edwards was low key mad when he got traded.
Man, I didn't see my guy LP, and it was the play-in tournament, the Rockets versus Timberwolves, playing 1-on-1. LP just ate him up, ate him alive. He got some limitations on defense. Gobert got some limitations on that defense, especially if he has someone that can shoot from the outside. He has a lot of limitations on defense. That dude just a plain rim protector. He just a plain rim protector. And most of his offense come on dunks and lobs and offensive rebound.
That's all he can do.
He don't even be dunking. He just be dropping the ball in the hoop. He can't even jump no more.
He can go eat his croissants and go sit his ass down somewhere.
He just out there to stand up on the rim. He just out there to stand up on the rim on offense. He just out there.
He'll eat beignets
and croissants.
He'll eat beignets with our boy in New Orleans.
Oh, Zion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zion will eat beignets.
Yeah. He just out there to stand up under the rim and tap out. Like Draymond Green almost made that man tap out. He almost made him tap out.
Oh man, I forgot about that when he choked him out.
Yeah, boy, man.
Everybody just looked like, "What you gonna do?" Nobody was like trying to help him or nothing. They was like, "What you gonna do?" That's how you know your team done with you, bro. When you getting choked out and they look at you like, "What you gonna do about it?"
How mad are you at your teammates for not helping you at that point?
That's crazy, Chris. That man got put in the sleeper hole and nobody helped him.
Bro, if I saw y'all get put in the sleeper hole, I'm at least try to get the dude to take the sleeper hole off of you.
At least say something. Hey man, get off of him. They didn't even do that.
They was like, "What you gonna do? Rudy gonna be on?" They was like, "What you gonna do? Rudy gonna be on?"
Hey, cool. He put the man in the sleeper hole there to drag the man across the court.
They was like,
I'm pretty sure somebody on the Timberwolves hit him one time in the rib.
They was like Smokey. They was like Smokey on Friday. You got knocked up.
You want some of this old man?
Everybody standing around saying no.
They might say, "You help, I'm gonna kick you in your groin." Yes. What they say in wrestling, Chris? I'm gonna kick you in the solar plexus. Oh gosh.
We found the tribal chief of the NBA. Draymond Green.
Whoa. No, we ain't doing it.
Did Rudy go back?
Hey, Coach Dante, he the John Cena of the NBA. Straight to the crotch in the region.
Oh man. Well, y'all, that was our topics for tonight. As usual, man, it was a pleasure having everybody come on. Had some good laughs. Key, you got to go in. You got to clip a few of these moments to share.
I'll go back and find something.
There were several. Cool was on one tonight. Dante came in immediately with the fire. Glad to see you. Glad to see you here, man. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you for joining us this week. I know you have a lot on your plate. It's a pleasure just seeing you anytime. You're more than welcome whenever.
Appreciate that.
All right, I'm going to go around, get everybody's final thoughts. Anything y'all want to talk about? Just final thoughts on everything. Key?
I'm glad the Sixers season is over. I've been waiting for this season to be over since the halfway point of the year. That's sad. February, I was waiting for the season to be over. This is where I watch basketball now, just to playoffs, to see shenanigans that's going to happen in the playoffs. Yeah, we should have some great matchups coming on. The matchup that I'm wanting to see is the Knicks and the Pistons. That's going to be a good series.
That's an old school rivalry too, from back in the day. If you are a 3-and-D defender, and you're going to be a free agent this year, or you're a big man, you're not a starter, but you want a nice roster spot, like on a bench, you good will come off the bench. Call the Denver Nuggets. We need you. Okay. We ain't got no GM, so I'm doing it right now. Just call it. Send us an email, text,
pigeon in the sky, message in
pigeon
the
sky page. You know what I'm saying? DM, whatever. We need you. Come on over, help us out.
Dante, let me get your final thoughts.
All right, so my final thoughts. Um, a, a healthy relationship is always a great relationship. And when I bring this up, I'm talking about the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to them. Got to give a special shout out to my guy, ex-assistant Rockets head coach, JB Bickerstaff. A healthy relationship is always a great relationship. They got rid of the gold digger, which is Monty Williams, who was robbing them, playing them for money, and robbing them for money.
I ain't saying you go,
Brought the
nigga.
loyalty. They brought the loyalty in now, which is JB Bickerstaff, who was willing to work with the young guys. And Cade Cunningham finally stayed healthy. That was the key to their team, getting that man healthy.
Thanks.
Jaden Ivey finally got a chance, finally was playing. Jalen Duren is just a beast. Isaiah Stewart is a good three-point shooter. Asur Thompson, Amin Thompson's brother, is a great player, is a hell of a player. Similarity of his my guy's game. Shout out to him from getting over that blood clot injury that he actually had. Dennis Schroeder's become a good plus over there for them. But I want to say a healthy relationship is always a great relationship. They got rid of the gold digger, which was Monty Williams, and they got the loyalty in now, which was my boy JB Bickerstaff. So shout out to the Detroit Pistons. And again, thank you, Phoenix Suns. I'm gonna send y'all a thank you card for being bad this year, and giving us that unprotected first round pick. I'm gonna send y'all a thank you card on my birthday next month. Thank you, Phoenix.
You gonna send him a fruit basket? Edible arrangement. Thank you for the memories.
I'm gonna send Mike Boonhold some cookies. All right, Mike, I got you. Thank you, Mike.
Let's see what y'all do with that pick first.
Mike look like he want edibles.
Shoot, he need one messing with Phoenix.
And on that note, we're going to get up out of here for tonight. Join us again next week. We already discussed it, that we will be giving our picks on Rookie of the Year. Keys already kind of spoiled that.
Sorry. Y'all can hear my thought again.
But until next week, we'll see y'all later.